What's going on, y'all? It's Hank Stanks. If you've been spending as much time in Battlefield 6 as I have, specifically grinding Conquest, you've probably felt it. That distinct, almost nostalgic feeling that this experience is fundamentally different from what we've seen in the past few years. Today, we're not just going to talk about the differences, we're going to break down the key design philosophies that make Conquest and Battlefield 6 feel like a true return to form. The very foundation of Conquest is the map, and the difference you feel in BF6 starts right there: map sizes and layout. In Battlefield 2042, we had these enormous player counts. We're talking 128 players, forcing maps into impossible dimensions. The result? Huge maps that felt hollow with long, boring stretches of travel punctuated by small, isolated skirmishes. BF6 has wisely scaled things back, focusing on the core 64-player experience, and the map design is a masterclass in density. It feels that we've returned to a Battlefield 3 or Bad Company 2 style of map. The maps feel perfectly scaled. They're large enough to support combined arms warfare, tanks, jets, and infantry, but they're dense, layered, and feature clearly defined lanes. Take a map like Mirak Valley. The paths from C to B are distinct, allowing snipers and vehicles to operate, while inside both buildings force close quarters combat. And of course, DICE gave us a little bit of that levolution that we know and love. This thoughtful layout brings our time to action, or TTA, right back to where we love it. The TTA is quick, brutal, and consistent. You spawn, you move 50 meters, and you fight. This design maximizes action and minimizes that frustrating downtime. The amount of verticality that DICE and Battlefield Studios have added to a lot of these maps is truly impressive and something that I wasn't really expecting. Obviously, on Mirak Valley, you can get to the top of the building, kill somebody, and teabag them. But also on maps like Empire State, I mean, there's so much verticality on that map. We're talking first and second floor, different flank routes through each floor. It's really impressive and very ingenuitive what they did with the map layouts. Now let's talk about instruments of destruction. We're talking about tanks and other vehicles. With the quick TTA and focused objectives, vehicles are still essential in Battlefield 6. They're crucial for quickly covering the critical distances between flags and for providing that heavy fire support needed to break a defensive line. They are powerful, as they should be. However, BF6 has implemented a crucial design feature that dictates why this Conquest mode feels so different: the ability for infantry to fight back effectively. This isn't just about a single rocket, this is about the return of the dedicated engineer class. The engineer is the counterweight to armor. They are specialized, potent, and deadly. The tools at their disposal, whether it's a lock-on launcher, the classic dumbfire rocket, or deployable anti-tank mines, they're all designed to make a vehicle pilot's life absolute hell. Maybe I'm a little biased as I'm mainly an engineer player, but I love the balance that they've struck with this class against those enemy vehicles. All of the classes have a defined role in Battlefield 6, whether you're playing as support, engineer, recon, or assault. Well, maybe not so much assault. They kind of just kill people and do their own thing. But anyway, support is very great in Conquest because obviously if you're on a flag and you've got 3 teammates there, 2 of them go down and you're the last one there, guess what? You have a defib. You can revive those guys and you can continue capturing the flag and also taking out the enemies. Recon can also be very effective, especially with their recon drone. Letting the boots on the ground know where the enemy team is very beneficial. Perhaps these classes are the biggest reason that BF6 feels so good in Conquest. There's no more specialists like 2042, we've moved past that. DICE, I believe, has learned that lesson, and we are all happy to see these original 4 classes come back. Next up, let's talk about destruction and the environment. The unmatched, meaningful destruction that BF6 delivers is absolutely outstanding. It's one thing to see small holes appear in walls, it's another thing to entirely watch a tank shell blow out the side of a structure, completely changing the engagement landscape. BF6 has brought back destruction that truly matters. This isn't just eye candy, it directly affects the flow of Conquest. Capturing a flag inside a fortified building? Good luck, because the engineer or the tank outside can literally carve a new entrance for their squad. or straight up flatten the structure entirely, depending on what structure you're in. The maps themselves evolve over the course of a round. Where you had cover 5 minutes ago might now be an open field of rubble. This prevents static defenses and forces constant movement and adaptation. You have to think 3 steps ahead. If I stay here, what happens when that wall comes down? This layer of environmental uncertainty adds immense depth to every single conquest objective. You can't talk about conquest without mentioning jets and helicopters. Controlling the sky is a higher priority than ever before. First off, let's talk about the feel of flying. DICE has nailed the controls in BF6. Helicopters feel weighty, requiring finesse to hover and maneuver, while jets are pretty snappy and fast, but I think that maybe a few tweaks are necessary. There is definitely a learning curve to both sets of vehicles, but once mastered, these vehicles feel like extensions of the player, powerful, responsive, and incredibly fast. A skilled jet pilot with bomb drops or focused cannon fire can quickly neutralize armored threats or scatter entire infantry pushes before they can even reach the objective. In conquests where points are won and lost on momentum, air superiority can be the single most crucial factor in changing the course of the game. If your team controls the skies, your ground forces operate with impunity. If you don't, you spend the entire match looking up in fear. So why does the state of conquest in BF6 feel different? It all comes down to a perfectly executed design philosophy. Quick TTA, medium-sized, well-laid-out maps, fun air combat, and a cohesive rhythm built on the classic class system. It's a return to form that demands strategy and teamwork. So you guys, what are your thoughts on the new conquest flow in Battlefield 6? Are you a vehicle main blowing infantry to pieces, or are you an engineer or support class taking out vehicles and reviving teammates? Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more Battlefield 6 content, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield. This is Hank Stanks signing out.